Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. Got an exciting video, I think, today for you guys. I want to talk today a little bit about fractional. Fractional silver, fractional gold. The reason this video came up was because I did work out a deal with someone for some fractional gold. As you can see right here. And the concept behind fractional for me, I know some people right off the bat are going to be like, why would you buy gold when you know silver is going to go up a whole lot more than gold? And there's a lot of different reasons I purchase gold. One, because it takes up a whole lot less space. It's more money in a small, compact area. It looks really cool. It's been around forever. And I know silver has been too, but there's something about, to me, about an expensive coin. I mean, I've held some coins in my hand that were literally, I think the biggest one was about 1.5 ounces of gold. It's pretty impressive when you feel it, when you hold it. The weight of a gold coin. If you've never held a gold coin, at some point, go to a coin shop, tell them you've never held a gold coin and you want to hold one. And it's an incredible feeling. It's heavier than you would expect for such a small coin. It has a lot of weight. So there's a lot of different reasons why I like gold. But today we're going to talk a little bit about fractional gold and the concept of why would anybody spend the higher premiums. So, you know, right now, on average, you're going to pay roughly $300, give or take, more likely probably take for a 1/10 ounce of gold. A lot of the big websites are charging, especially on an American Silver Eagle. A $5 gold eagle, you're going to pay $300. Now, some coins you might be able to pick up a little bit cheaper. Condition obviously plays a factor. Collectability plays a factor. A lot of other stuff. However, these, I'll say, coins are not the same as a 1 ounce gold coin. Oh, I don't know if I said it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please take a quick minute. Help me out by hitting that thumbs up. Had an amazing day yesterday. We had 100 thumbs up on the video fairly early in the day, so I'd like to keep that going. So help me out by hitting a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Now, I understand a lot of people are going to say, I wouldn't buy gold. I only want silver. Why? It's in the numbers in a way. Right now, silver is on fire. And if it stays on fire, it is blowing out gold. However, when you look at long-term gold, even in downturn, gold really doesn't burn people, essentially. Silver can come down quick when it comes down. But gold, it's been around. I know the channel members and the channel subscribers are pretty well a mix of some people like gold and silver, some people just like silver. So when you buy a coin like this, it's one coin, essentially. When you buy a coin like this, to equal an ounce, you need 10 of them. There's a little more work that goes into smaller coins. That's where the fractional comes in. If you've ever bought an ounce of silver, you're probably paying about $35, $36 for an ounce of silver. Maybe 35 now. It did come down a little bit. However, if you were to buy 10 1/10 ounces of silver, you're probably going to pay a lot more than that. I've seen 1/10 ounces of silver sell for $8 for a 1/10 of an ounce of silver. In fact, even funnier, I've seen grams of silver, 1 gram bars, selling for $6 and $7 a gram. Now, to me, that's beyond me how someone could pay that. I actually met up with a guy one day. He said he wanted to put like $5,000 in 1 gram silver bars. And I was like, I wouldn't do it. He goes, why not? Fractional silver. It's going to benefit me later because I'll be able to trade it if I need to. I said, and that's true. You will be able to trade it if you need to. However, I mean, think about that. $7 a gram. I said, what's silver running? At the time of that conversation, silver was running about $28. What would you rather have? 4 grams of silver for $28 or a full ounce of silver? I keep trying to pause when I cough, so I apologize. I still have a cold, or the allergies really just acting up hardcore right now. Here's the thing. At some point, we could see gold and silver, it's possible, come down in price. Would you want to sell 4 grams of silver, or would you want to sell 1 ounce of silver? And here's the thing. Think about this. If we're not bartering in the streets, those grams are just grams of silver. I mean, an ounce is going to sell a whole lot better than 4 grams. I would be shocked if, in fact, if you want, leave me a comment below. If someone came up to you and he had 4 grams of silver at $7 a piece, or he had 1 ounce of silver, which would you buy first for the $30? And I know someone's going to say, well, silver's more than $30, so I'd buy them both. And maybe that's true. Well, no, actually, they probably wouldn't say that because I wouldn't buy them both. I don't want grams of silver. I generally don't want something too small. With something like this, though, there's collectability in this. Let me zoom in so you guys can kind of see it a little bit closer. Look at that. That's the year of the dragon. 2024. It's part of a lunar series. These things are super awesome. My opinion, it holds a premium. A certain amount of premium will be held with it. So look at that. See if we can kind of get it focused in. It's got the queen. It's got her to and from date on there. Pretty cool, really. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to spend that extra money because they think they're throwing it away. But here's the thing. When you go to sell that, this is the first question I ask people all the time. How many people can afford today an ounce of gold for essentially $2,500, $2,600? Okay. How many people could afford 1/10 of an ounce of gold for $300? More people can afford this. Therefore, it gives you more room to get more money back out of it later. If gold goes up to 10 grand, well, I probably shouldn't say 10 grand because I don't think it's going to 10 grand anytime soon. We'll say 8,000. I think 8,000 is doable in the next 10 years. Easy. That's if we don't see it sooner. I apologize. I keep coughing and I have to pause it. So if you hear silence for a quick second, that's what it is. It's not the volume going out. Let's just say gold goes to $8,000 for a minute. That would make this coin $8,000. How many people could afford $8,000? Not many. How many people could afford $1,000? A lot. And if they don't have any gold and the currency is really at a certain point during inflationary times, and you can, if you doubt this, look at Libya, look at Venezuela, look at any country that has experienced hyperinflation. It starts off slow at first. You know, I actually read a bunch of stuff on inflation with Venezuela because I was fascinated by it. Venezuela was the first. When Venezuela was happening, that I had a friend of mine in the oil field that his wife was from Venezuela. So that was my first really interaction with the whole thing, with whole essentially gold and silver. He told me the story. I started looking it up. It sounded preposterous, crazy, and sure enough, people trading gold and silver. And here's what happened though. Early on, people were trading gold and silver. As gold started getting so expensive, what do you think they fell back to? They were looking for fractional gold or silver, mostly silver. They wanted silver. If you're in a hyperinflationary country, silver becomes the most essentially important asset. I mean, obviously food is more important, but you know, silver is important because it's a lot of wealth in a small amount of coin. And anybody that has any doubt of this can look around online, see what's heavily traded in Venezuela, in Libya, in these countries. You know, an ounce of gold, can you imagine how much food you're going to need to get for an ounce of gold? I mean, think about it here, how much food an ounce of gold is going to get you. Now think about it in a country that's collapsing, where the money's worthless. They're not going to have enough food to give you. They're not going to have enough fiat currency notes to give you for an ounce of gold. Now, let's talk about silver for a quick minute, though. An ounce of silver in the United States, you go to the grocery store, how much do you spend? Let's all think for a minute how much you spend last time you went to the grocery store. Some people might be tight like me. When I go to the grocery store, I'm usually in for $25. However, that's 1 ounce of silver. Well, not quite, but let's just say for a minute. The average person that goes to the grocery store now probably spends 100, maybe 150. They've got a wife, maybe a child, maybe two. You know, in a hyperinflationary time like Venezuela, an ounce of silver got you your groceries for a week. Why? Because the paper wasn't worth anything. But the silver was. Now, early on, yeah, they would cut your chain up. They'd take a little knots off your chain, maybe a half-inch of gold necklace, maybe a little rope chain, and they'd take a little bit off each time. But as gold went up in price, then eventually people just couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford it, and they had to turn to something else that was smaller. And I know someone out there is going to be like, no, they can melt it down and break it up. And yeah, they could. But at a certain point, they needed something they could hold. Can you imagine holding a flake of gold? A flake. I mean, think about a gram of gold for a minute. I actually have a gram of gold. I don't know where it is right now because I've lost it a couple times. I'm not a big fan of grams of gold. I think, I don't know if it's over here. But needless to say, a gram of gold is tiny. It's so tiny that when I originally got it, I only got it because I was helping a friend. A friend of mine didn't want it. He needed the money. Said, will you buy it? I said, I'll give you spot price for it. I don't want it. He said, okay, I'll take it. And I asked a couple of friends, hey, you want to buy my gram of gold for spot price? And they all told me no. It was just too small. I mean, I hang out with people that own businesses and essentially are in decent positions in life. And, you know, for them, a 1 ounce gold coin is not the end of the world. A 1/10 ounce gold coin is pretty easy for them to cover. You're talking $300 maybe. So real quick though, that's why I like fractional gold. It has value. It's small. It's easy to trade. It's easy to barter. People like them. And essentially it won't get outpriced, I don't believe. Now, if gold and silver skyrockets to the moon because the dollar becomes worthless, like worth nothing, then yeah, I mean... Then yeah, I mean, it might be expensive. But I'm also looking in what's going on now. What's going to play out in the next 3 to 5 years? To me, gold and silver are both a no-brainer. So for that, I keep stacking. And that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to show you guys what I got here, though, because I know some people... I already showed you guys these 4. So all 4 of these were the same. These were the dragons, Year of the Dragons. The next one, I'll show you guys. And this one freaked me out. So when I first got them, because I bought them from someone that just started selling. And this is a 1980. And essentially, here's the deal. So these are Krugerrands. I keep pausing the camera because I'm coughing. So these are Krugerrands. This one's a 1980. This one is a 1982. I need to look that up because I think one of these might be a key date. If so, I definitely want to keep it because a lot of Krugerrands were restrikes and some dates are a lot rarer than others, especially in smaller coins. I mean, a lot of people have these 1 ounce coins, but how many people have small 1/10 ounce coins? Which is another perk, the collectability. But I'm not a big fan of collectability, as you will find out pretty soon in an upcoming video. But when I went to test these, because I tested everything on my Sigma a few minutes ago as soon as it came in. And what was funny was as soon as I put the Sigma on everything, these tested bad. And I was like, and I was about ready to flip out. And then I was like, oh, that's right. They're not 999 gold. They're 90% gold. So it's important to know that when you test those. These right here are about the same things. These are 2 King Britannias. Really hard to zoom in. You guys have seen these time and time again, though. The Britannias, just not one this small. So they look like they're 2023s, which would be the first year the king was on the coin. So pretty cool coin there, I think. And then these ones are the Philharmonics. My eyes are bad, so it's hard to even zoom in that small. Just like the silver ones or the 1 ounce gold one, but smaller. So it's pretty cool there. Does this have a date on it? Yes, 2009 it looks like. I don't have my magnifying glass here. And last but not least, this is a maple leaf. Now, why does it look like it's... What the heck is up with this? Someone's going to ask me. So I'm going to open this up so you guys can see. And I did test all these, so I know they're all legit. So when I first got them, they were in this plastic. And I always put my coins, if they're gold, I put them in hard plastics cases. However, I didn't want to cut that open. I said, nah, I'm not cutting that open and put it in there. So I just put it in the case, and then I put the rings over here. So that way, if I ever had to cut it open, I could. But if I don't want to, I don't have to. And these were older ones, which was pretty cool, I thought, because, let's see if we can kind of zoom in a little. These are 1982s, and they're both 82, which is why the queen looks so young on the coin. I mean, think about that. That's a 42-year-old coin. But it did test for gold, so I don't worry about it. So with that being said, that kind of concludes my pickup. Now, like I said, I know some people are going to be like, why in the world? But, you know, I buy what I buy. I gave you guys my reasoning behind it. And if I was going to buy more gold right now, I do have some 1 ounce coins. 1 ounce coins serve a purpose. When I go to the bank and they're sitting on hundreds of foreclosed homes, those 1 ounce gold coins are going to play a part. They will be the first ones that I get rid of. I might walk into the bank and say, look, I don't have as much money as you're looking for right now, but I got 10 ounces of 1 ounce gold coins. And how would you feel about those as my down payment? And if they're sitting on a lot of houses, they're not only maybe going to take it, but they could say, we'll take 10 ounces of gold for the whole asking price. Why? Because houses could crash and gold could easily go to $8,000 an ounce, in my opinion. Now, here's the thing. If they were to back the money to gold like they originally had the money back to gold and silver, then $8,000 is nothing, you know. So it's something to think about. That's not my plea to buy gold. I still think silver is a better investment. I would keep stacking silver if I was you. But if you've got a lot of silver and you're getting frustrated with the space that it takes, then, or you're running out of somewhere to put it, then maybe you might want to consider some gold. Same with fractional silver. It's cool. It's going to be great for barter no matter what the price goes up to. But if you're going to buy fractional silver, I would just buy Mercury dimes. You can't really go wrong with that stuff. So with that being said, going to end the video here because it's already 18 minutes almost. So thank you all for watching. If you didn't hit that thumbs up and you made it this far, please hit that thumbs up for me. If you made it this far, say gold, gold. That way I know you made it to the end. If you say gold, gold, back to back, I'm going to know you made it to the end. I'm going to smile. You made it all the way to the end of the video. 18 minutes. I don't like long videos personally. So, but if I see gold 2 times in a row, I'm going to know you made it to the end. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.